Good spot. What does Greenwood do when they come down here? Again, third down, 3rd and 7 for the Mavs. Having a little technical difficulties. I think we're back on the air now. As Flores going to watch the throw, throws an inside pass. It's going to be just incomplete, and I'm not sure he saw the ball coming. That was Wilson Key, intended receiver. He didn't turn around until the last second. I'm not sure he was thinking that was coming to him, as Southside going to try a field goal here with Rodrigo Hernandez. Nonetheless, 11-play drive.
That might have been a strike, but it is a low part of the strike zone.
The ball is down. Your kick is up. Kick is good.
There you go.
Inside post there. Good job by Rodrigo Hernandez. Southside now leads 10-zip.
I bought my first vehicle from Randall as a used car back in '77. I bought a first new truck in '96 from them, an F-250. Ever since then, I've stuck with Randall. They understand my business, and as a contractor, my trucks take a beating. Randall Ford has the product, and they find them for me if they don't have them on the lot. I trust Randall Ford. They've earned my business.
Southside team tonight is the ability of Blake Forsgren to find that open receiver. He's feeling a little bit of heat out there.
Yeah, that's right. One thing I've kind of noticed about Shiloh, too, is they keep stacking over the right side, or the left side of our line, the right side of their defensive line. And I don't know, I imagine we start running away from that, because I think we had 3 tackles for loss on that last series, running right into the teeth of them.
Here's a kick. It's going to come down. It's going to be hit. It's going to be dropped back at the 18-yard line. What a good job by Southside getting down there in coverage.
Yeah, that's another key for you, special teams.
I believe that was Barry Loudermore along with Dwight Johnson. No, excuse me, Aiden Johnson down there for the Mavs. We'll start this drive on their 18-yard line. Again, Bodenstein, your quarterback. That's Mason in the backfield. He'll give the ball off to Mason. Mason's going to be hit, and that's your man, Ethan Dunn, right there. You can tell when Ethan Dunn makes a tackle.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens in a hurry, and it happens violently.
Yeah, Coach Pope put a good point about him. He just wished he was about 2 inches taller.
A little bit longer.
He'd have a lot of teams really looking at him. He may still have.
Oh, yeah, he's plenty strong enough.
They're going to hit him in the backfield again, gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage, back to the 20-yard line. We'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 9.
That's what we really need to do right here, Keith. It's like get these guys where they have to go one-dimensional and start going to the air for everything.
I'll tell you another young man that's really stepped it up. We're going to have a timeout here, and with that timeout, let's go ahead and take one, too. You're watching Southside Maverick Football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Our sleeves and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family. Family. It's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us.
That has really been impressive so far. Last week had probably as good of a game as he's had with the Maverick was Jordan McDaniel. He's out there again tonight. And, folks were telling me this is his first year to play organized football.
Yeah, and we saw him a few games ago playing pretty good, but, you know, it'll be nice to see him out on the field, see what he's going to do throughout the course of this ball game for sure.
And Southside going with the 4 linebacker set. They come off the right side there with Parkinson. They're going to pick it up, and the ball is going to be incomplete, and it's actually on the ground. They'll call that incomplete. Good job by Southside. As Lee Prince picked it up and looked like he was had some open field. But
I want to see the replay on that one. It sure did look like he made a football move.
Griffin Mason will be your punter.
Either way, that's a good stop right there.
Well, it all goes back to the same thing. Looks like Southside's not going to take any chances here. Not going to drop. Well, surprised they don't put somebody back. I think they may not punt it here. I don't know. Which I like that move too. And it's a punt. It's going to be a good punt. It's going to see how it hops. That's going to take a good hop. Actually, it's kind of a sideways hop that will go down to about the Southside 27-yard line. What a great job by that Southside defense. And I want to make this point too, Terrell. The last 2 weeks, the job that the Southside coaching staff has done to get this team ready to play. They had a heartbreaking loss last week at Lake Hamilton, and so far have a good start here against Shiloh Christian. But the job they've done to get these kids in position to have opportunities to win ball game, they've just done a great job with this team.
Oh, yeah. They definitely know the opponent. I mean, that's the first part of it, and then the second part of it is teaching these guys what they got to do, teaching them what their job is, what their assignment is. And like you said, they've done a great job.
Yeah, Joaquin Fox in the backfield for the Mavs. We've got 3:14 to go here. This will be Southside's third possession of the first quarter. Throw a pass out, going to be complete, and going to get up to about the 29-yard line. It's going to be Jaden Webb on the catch. I know my numbers. I think that was 15.
Zimmerman. They tricked the announcer anyway.
Well, the thing is with Peyton Zimmerman, he catches so many balls, you kind of expect it.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah. Bring up second and 8 for the Mavs. Yeah, they're coming off those corners pretty hot. As Forsgren will roll to his right, will throw the ball down the field. Has an open receiver at the 45-yard line. That's Wilson Key. Cuts it back across the field up to the 49-yard line. What a great job by Blake Forsgren of
find the man.
Eluding the rush, first of all, then getting to the outside, hit the complete receiver. And Southside going hurry up here with 2:27 to go here in the first quarter.
Well, and going back to something you said a minute ago, man, they're coming hard off those ends right there. And you run that hurry up on them, and it's going to wear them out in a hurry.
You know, Southside hurried the line of scrimmage, but they're going to take their time running the play. They've got 14 seconds on the play clock, 2:09 on the game clock. There's a handoff to Joaquin Fox, going to be hit in the backfield and dropped. Hudson Ball there to make the play for the Saints. Bring up second down, 2nd and 12. Spot the ball at the 47-yard line. This drive started at the 27 for the Mavs. Barry Lauermore will check in the ball game. He'll be your 5th receiver. They'll check Fox out of the ball game. Try to set an inside screen up. That's set up nicely to Wilson Key. Gets across midfield down to the Saint 48-yard line. We're going to third down, 3rd and about 7 for the Mavs. It's going to be just under a minute here before they snap the next ball. Got Webb in the backfield, 2 receivers. Look like they're going to come with some heat here, and they're going to bring the heat as Forsgren will throw the ball down the field. He's got a wide open receiver. That's Wilson Key. 10, 5, touchdown Southside.
Well, he wasn't done last week, Keith. He's ready for some more.
Well, you see what happens when Wilson Key is able to be out on the field like that. He did a great job at quarterback, as we said, but he's that other weapon you've got to go with Kincannon and Zimmerman that can make a difference out there.
Well, like you said, I mean, give Blake a lot of credit for keeping the play alive, because that's how you get that open.
You know, another good game, too, Rodrigo Hernandez. I know the young man felt really bad after that last field goal last week, and, you know, that's just part of human nature, just part of things that happen, and, you know, he's going to bounce back. He's bounced back in a big way with the field goal and 2 extra points. And there's a stunned home crowd on that other side, not expecting this. This Southside team really coming out, making some plays early. I'll tell you what, it's a nice night for football. I can feel that wind coming in, and yeah, you don't have this. Is kind of reminds you of Oklahoma State, Stillwater. Here we're trying to find Coach Dameron down there on the sidelines. It's hard to see anything down there because there's not a lot of looking room on that sideline for the Mavs. No. Again, we got 44 seconds to go here.
What a kick.
He's doing a good job. They're really kind of eliminating the field right there when they do. There's a block in the back that's not going to be called, and they're getting back at the 18-yard line. Well, that was an easy call right there, guys. I believe that was Larimore back there. They come up behind, and then they'll mark the ball on the 20-yard line. He was tackled at the 18.
Well, it's like Coach was telling us.
It's Springdale. I hope nobody from Springdale's listening to us, because I've seen a lot of things, strange things happen in Springdale, whether it be Harbor, Springdale, or Shiloh. The first and 10 is Bodenstein. Will throw the ball out. It's going to be complete to his receiver, and he's going to be hit and driven back. That's Don Parkinson leading the charge for Southside. See where they're going to spot him. Spot him at the 25-yard line. Bring up second down, second, about 5. Might have time for maybe one more play before the end of the first quarter. We've got 18 seconds to go here.
You got to remember about these guys. They have some big plays happening in a hurry.
Here's Bodenstein on the keeper. I bet they do that a lot. They'll run him. He'll get the first down at the 32-yard line. They'll run the clock down to 4. That may be your last play. See if they're going to get it off. And 2, 1, it's into the quarter. What a very good first quarter for the Mavs as they lead here 17-zip. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
And wellness. Between life, work, and family, sometimes the person that you need to take care of the most is you.
At Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness, you're never alone. Through our counseling, we can help you regain control of your emotions, mental health, and life. We provide both face-to-face and virtual therapy services. Whether it's for your child, family, or yourself, Fort Smith Therapy is here to help your true self shine through.
Schedule your appointment today with Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness.
And I believe that's Wilson Key again. Gets back up to the 49-yard line. So you put yourself in a position. They're coming off that, like you mentioned earlier, they're loading up that right side coming off that corner. You think Southside might try to maybe do a roll or something, maybe off to the opposite side of that?
I think you're going to have to, or start hitting with some of those little quick screens.
Bring up third down, third and 16 for the Maps. It's always kind of a good idea, maybe set up some type of a screen. I'll tell you what, it looks like a Chinese fire drill as they're going to move guys around. They're going to throw the ball. It's going to be a bit overthrown there. They try to get the ball over to Barry Lauermore. Ball goes incomplete. Southside's going to have to punt. This will be the first punt of the night for the Maps. Good job by the St. defense stepping up after the botched fake punt. It's back deep. They'll send Dalton Carnes, stands back at his 15-yard line. Jaden Webb will stand back at his 38-yard line, punt the ball away. Good snap. Here's the punt. It's a good punt. Carnes going to catch it. They're going to hit him right there. I believe that's number 6 leading the charge for White Johnson down there for the Maps. Trying to see who else gets off the policy. Number 47 for the Maps. Alex Little down there. That's your deep snapper down there making the play. Yeah, you got to like that. Yeah, 10-11 to go here in the second quarter. Southside leads 17-zip. They'll start this drive. That's been another thing too, Terrell, is the Saints really have not had good field position.
No, we played really well on special teams.
There's a handoff going to get a nice gain. And I believe that was Derek Lacey gets him down on Griffin Mason. Brings a second down, second and about 3. Hand it off again to Mason. He's going to be hit and will fall forward. I don't know. I think he may be short. Actually, will give him the first down. Derek Lacey again there for the Maps. Derek Lacey's really stepped his game up, too.
Oh, he's played well. Saw him earlier. They had a little tackle out in space. It's like once he got his hands on him, he had him.
Mavs doing a good job, but they wanted to get the pass out quick. That's Don Parkinson making the play, but give credit to, they were going to do an inside pass to Chandler Kemp. Zimmerman along with Lee Prince stepped up, took that away. It's going to be a quick pass out. It wasn't there, so Bodenstein decides to run the football. Brings up second down, second and 9 for the Saints. We're down to 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter. It'll be a handoff to Mason. Mason will go forward up to about the 35-yard line, bring up third down, third and 3.
Yeah, that's the only thing that hurt us on that last series on offense. Like, we went to the air 3 times, all of them incomplete, stops the clock, you know. Now these guys got some time to work, so they're able to keep it on the ground.
There's a handoff again to Mason. He's going to fight his way forward. There's Derek Lacey will get him down. Let's see. They're going to spot him.
You got to factor in that 2 yards.
No, yeah, the whole thing was he didn't make that line, but as Coach Pogue would say, they gave him the line for the first down. And, well, actually, yeah, then they marked it forward. Here's a handoff again, and he's going to pound his way up to the 45-yard line. Be a gain of 7 on the play. There's Ethan Dunn there for the Mavs. Yeah, they've kind of changed their offense a bit with Jake Bodenstein struggling in the passing game so far. They've given each play, they've run 6 plays, all handoff, well, actually 5 handoffs to Griffin Mason. He'll go outside this time, and it's going to be run out of bounds. And a good job by Southside getting him out of bounds. That was Lee Prince Jr. along with Maddox Perez and Peyton Zimmerman for the Mavs. Be first and 10 at the Southside 48-yard line. We're down to 7:37 to go here in the second quarter. Bodenstein wants to throw, and he's going to throw it, and let's see, going to be incomplete. Yeah, Bodenstein looks like he's maybe trying to rush some things out there. And, you know, obviously you try to run the ball to open up the pass, but Southside doing a good job so far on man coverage.
Yeah, I don't know if he's being rushed, but he's definitely playing like he's being rushed.
There's a handoff to the inside runner, and he's got an open field. We'll get down to about the Southside 11-yard line where they'll pull him down. That's Max Eldridge on the carry. Derek Lacey will get him to about the 12-yard line. Be first and 10 for the Saints.
He's on par for about 20 tackles tonight.
And here's a bad snap. It's on the ground. Let's see. Bodenstein jumps on it, and there's big old Tom Parkinson back there.
I wouldn't want him landing on me, Keith.
They'll spot it back. That's about a 14-yard loss on the play. Bring up second down, second and 24. How big would this be for Southside to get off the field?
I mean, even hold them to 3 would be good.
Hold to 3 points would be big right now. See what Mavs want to do here. Maybe try to bring a little bit of heat. Maybe bring a backer in. It's Eldridge in the backfield with Bodenstein. Bodenstein looks to throw. He's got time to throw, too. Eldridge throws the ball. It's going to be incomplete. Fortunately, it was incomplete because he had a step. That would have been 6 points.
Yeah, and he's the guy that just had the 50-yard run. So
you might find out where number 0 is on the field.
Keep an eye on him.
I was watching the Shiloh kicker. He's got a pretty good leg, so
Yeah, he does.
they may be, you know, in field goal range here. The key for Southside is you can't let them have, I mean, you get them in this type of situation, second down 24, third and 24, you can't let them have the first down.
No. Figure out a way.
And Trep set to the left side of Bodenstein. Bodenstein looks that way. He's got time. Will step into the pocket. Throws the ball. It's going to be complete at about the 8-yard line. That is Chandler Kemp on the catch. Will bring up fourth down. See what the mark's going to be here. They'll spot it. Looks like at the 8. They got down to the 12, so it'll be fourth down, fourth and 6. Looks like Shiloh may go ahead and attempt a field goal here. I'd watch for anything, though. You never know what these guys.
I mean, they've already shown us that.
That's Aiden Pullen will come, and this will be a 25-yard field goal. Ball is down. Your kick is up. And your kick is good. Southside now leads 17-3 with 5:42 to go here. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Between life, work, and family, sometimes the person that you need to take care of the most is you.
At Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness, you're never alone. Through our counseling, we can help you regain control of your emotions, mental health, and life. We provide both face-to-face and virtual therapy services. Whether it's for your child, family, or yourself, Fort Smith Therapy is here to help your true self shine through.
Schedule your appointment today with Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness.
Great job by the Southside defense getting off the field and only giving up the 3 points. They lead 2 touchdowns, 17-3 with 5:42 to go here. And terribly, it'd be nice if Southside can get a good drive here and maybe kind of work that clock down and take a pretty sizable lead here at halftime.
Yeah, I mean, you want to come away with 7, but I mean, how big is that field goal we just kicked earlier? You know, I mean that it doesn't ever seem like much when you get 3 points on the board early in a ball game, but then when you can get a big stop like that on defense, that 3 points, I mean, that's looming large now all of a sudden.
Yeah, were you a little bit surprised though that Shiloh, they were running the ball so effectively, and then all at once they kind of went away from it?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I wouldn't say they did because it was the muff snap that made the difference.
Exactly.
But during the drive, there were several plays they tried to filter in, trying to throw like a swing pass out or something. And another play you can look at on that drive that I think Southside got a break on is Max Eldridge was open on that hook pass on the sideline out in the flat, and if
fingertip.
yeah, Bodenstein's able to lead him. Actually, not lead him as far as he did.
Right.
That's probably 6 points. So. You take the little breaks when you get them, and that's what Southside might have got there as Aiden Pullen will kick away for the Saints. Again, for Southside, the key is defensively, make them work. They forced them. They ran 12 plays that time. That's what you want them to do. Here's a returnable ball. That is Kincannon. No, actually, Key on the return will get up to the 35-yard. Not a good return by Wilson Key.
Well, and kind of going back to something you just said, what you hope is that their quarterback is, visibly shaken, and his coach can tell, so he's trying to give him some of these passes in between there to get him comfortable, and it's just not happening for him. That's what you hope's happening, But Shiloh, we've already seen them do some crazy stuff. They line up crazy.
Yeah, well, the key thing, too, I think, for Southside is you're going to have to put some pressure on Bodenstein. He was able, on that last pass completion, they got inside the 10-yard line. He had all day to throw the ball, and he's got the arm to make the plays. So you're going to have to make him uncomfortable if you can. Here's going to be a pitch out. That's going to be Zimmerman on the pitch. Going to get maybe 1 yard.
I tell you what, Fox took a lick on that one.
I like what they're doing, though. They're bringing those backs in and actually using them, as the pitch guys.
Yep.
Good formation that Coach Key's got working here tonight. And you're right. The only one that's not happy with that's probably Joaquin Fox.
I'm telling you. But he did what he was supposed to, man. He sold that fake, and it worked. It gave Blake just enough time to get that ball out there.
Yeah, I think Southside may try to slow it down here a bit. They've still got 14 seconds on the play clock, 5 minutes exactly to go here before the half. They want to throw the ball. Got time to throw the ball. It's going to be complete. That's Wilson Key. We'll get it up to about midfield. Ethan Brewer pulls him down over there. Roughing the passer, maybe. We've got a flag on the play. Yeah, that's going to be another 15 yards. We'll move it down to the 35-yard line.
What do you say on that one? Tack it on?
Yeah, I believe that was big old number 60 over there that got the roughing the passer, Xander Gonzalez. Southside will have first and 10 at the 35-yard line. And you call that chunk yardage.
Yeah.
You start at 35 next year, they're 35.
Well, what's funny, though, is we're just talking about how you want to burn some of that clock.
Well, you still can, but you want to keep scoring. That's the key for
right.
Southside. It's interesting watching this Shiloh team. Nobody goes in a down stance.
No, they stand up the whole
I'm
time.
trying to think which team in college used to do that. There was a team that did that. Pass going to be caught on the tip away. That's Wilson Key on the catch. Gets down to the 20-yard line.
Hey, does Zimmerman get an assist on that one?
I guess you could kind of say on a play like that he actually saw that and tipped it over there.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We'll give him we'll give him half credit.
I tried to tell Gus Miles on that when they blocked that, or when they ran that kickoff back against Alabama. I gave Gus, you called that, didn't you? Yeah. So.
Well, somebody had to tell that guy to get back in the end zone.
Yeah, you need some breaks, though. That's good for
right.
Southside right there. It'll be first and 10 at the 21-yard line. Approaching 4 minutes to go here before the half. Here's a keeper by Forsgren. He's going to be hit, wrapped up, going to lose maybe a yard. The one thing Southside's not been able to do so far tonight, for the most part, is get that running game going.
Well, especially not that zone read. We've seen some pretty good little runs, but it's like really most of our running games come out of that little screen pass. But, if you look at Shiloh, it's like they've got that one side of the line. Every gap has got somebody in it. And one gap usually has two defenders in it.
Bring up second down, second 11 for the Mavs. Two receivers either side of the field. Forsgren wants to throw. The ball's going to be incomplete.
Dangerous.
Bring up third down, third and 11. I think you may just be just a hair out of field goal range right here. So you're probably with Rodrigo Hernandez. So you probably want to get some positive yardage and maybe set yourself up in field goal range, or maybe 4 down territory here. We'll see what Southside wants to do.
I think if you get 10 out of 11, you kick it. But if you get 5 out of 11, you're probably 4 down territory right here.
Going to bring the heat again, going to throw the ball out. It's going to be complete. I believe that was Jaden Webb over there on the sideline. I think he called it there, Coach.
There you go.
This will be a 34-yard field goal for Rodrigo Hernandez. Big opportunity to get some more points here for the Mavs. Ball is down, kick is up, kick is long enough, and your kick is good.
There you go. Take it right back from them.
Southside now leads 20-3. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Between life, work, and family, sometimes the person that you need to take care of the most is you.
At Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness, you're never alone. Through our counseling, we can help you regain control of your emotions, mental health, and life. We provide both face-to-face and virtual therapy services. Whether it's for your child, family, or yourself, Fort Smith Therapy is here to help your true self shine through.
Schedule your appointment today with Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness.
Welcome back. About 3:17 to go here. There was a 33-yard field goal by Rodrigo Hernandez. I'll tell you what, it's good to see Hernandez with a bounce-back game. Has played well. That's 2 field goals he's had today, and that's a big drive by Southside, answering the 3 points with their own 3 points.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say, Keith. I mean, how big is that psychologically to take away what they just got?
Now you want to get a hold here on defense if you can. Here's the kickoff. That's a good kickoff. It's going to go right at the goal line. It's going to be returnable. That was Xander Salter on the return.
Old number 34 coming out of the bottom of that pile.
Yeah, Layden Rowe along with Miles Selby over there for the Mavs. Special teams playing well. They've done a great job on kickoffs. You look at the field position right now, they'll start this one on their 17-yard line, it looks like, 17. They've 17, 15, 20, 18, and 40-yard line, so Southside's done a great job. Yeah, exactly. They had the one good return on the opening one. Here's Bodenstein wants to throw the ball. Let's throw the ball down the field. It's going to be intercepted.
Wrong guy.
Cannon on the interception. Looks to run it back. Fights his way down. They're getting inside the 20-yard line down to the 17-yard line.
Well, I was just thinking when he threw that ball in the air, he threw it to the wrong receiver. He threw it to our receiver.
Kincannon's made 2 plays on both sides of the ball tonight where he's been able to
go up and make a grab.
They'll start this drive on the 18. That's kind of funny because they started the drive on the 17 and he returns it to the 18. So, now if you're the Mavs, what you want to do here, you've got 2:59. Work that clock a little bit. Try to get it down. If you can get you a touchdown and go in at half, you got to feel pretty good going in at half.
I like watching Joe. He's signaling the coach that he's good, that he could stay in. I like that. Tough guy.
Webb in the backfield. 2:59 to go here. Hand off to Webb. He's going to fight his way. Got to get turned up. That's the thing with Jaden Webb. He's going sideline to sideline. He's got to turn it up.
Well, especially against these guys. You're not going to get any space. You're not going to find it outside. Just got to go right through them.
That was an interesting formation, too. It looked like Shiloh really had only one receiver in the pattern, and Southside did a great job really doubling down.
They doubled him, yeah, exactly.
Mavs going to let the clock run. We've got 2:30 to go here, 16 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah, it'd be big to get you another 3 at least right here.
These are the ones, though, you'd like to take it to the house. Here's a keeper by Forrest, going to fight his way down to about the 15-yard line. Bring up 3rd down. I like the strategy here, too. I think that you can go up, throw the ball, and you definitely don't want to get in a fast court game with these guys.
That's right.
So run that clock down. In fact, the play clock, the 25-second clock just started. They can actually run this down close to 1:30 if they so desire. Get a first down here, and you're going to feel pretty good going in at half.
Absolutely.
Be 3rd down, 3rd and 8 for the Mavs. They'll bring Wilson Key in motion. Sfor's going to look to throw. We'll throw the ball to the end zone's got an open receiver, and he just got it behind him. It's one of the few misses he's had tonight. I believe that was Zimmerman in the corner, and he was open.
Yeah, he was.
Not an easy throw, though. You're going from the right hash to the left side of the end zone. Not an easy throw by any means, but he got a little bit on there and gave him a chance.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is he gave him a chance. It just a little bit farther behind him. He couldn't quite make the correction.
It'll bring Rodrigo Hernandez in. This will be a 34-yard attempt.
Tell you what, Forstner took a shot at the end of that one, though.
Again, you have Connor McDonald on the hold with Alex Little, your deep snapper. Here's the kick, and it's a line drive kick that's going to be to the right, no good. And I believe Shiloh called timeout.
There's a flag down, too.
I'd like to see what the penalty is. This is like a procedure penalty. It probably should have been a dead ball.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'd like to get those. The key for Southside right now is don't let these guys get down. They've got all timeouts, so you've got plenty of time with 1:33 to go here. Just spot the ball on the 16-yard line for Shiloh Christian.
Yeah, I'm not a prevent defense kind of guy, but this is one of those situations where you just definitely don't let anybody get behind you.
Well, that was kind of the key last week. Southside played about as good in the first half defensively as you can play, and then second half, I think it was like 4 plays they had 3 long touchdowns on, and you just can't do that. That's going to be kind of a key, and this is a key right here because you think about it, Shiloh gets the ball to start the second half, so you don't want to give up anything if you can help it. Bodenstein will roll. There's a hold off the corner.
Oh. Took it from him, Keith.
Yeah, that was a good play, though, by the receiver. Yeah, that was Tamaria Johnson, I believe.
I think it was Johnson that had it.
But that was a big play by Griffin Mason. They're going to roll it out here. They want to throw the ball. We'll throw the ball. It's going to be knocked out of bounds and run out of bounds. Southside better be careful there off that sideline. Wasn't a violent push, so.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, we were talking about if you run a long play in the corner of the end zone, you better watch out for that fence down there. 1st and 10, they'll roll out again as Bodenstein rolls and will throw the ball. It's going has an open receiver, and he's going to be hit and knocked down. That is, I believe that was Derek Lacey over there for the Mavs.
They have officially been acquainted, Keith. He hit him so hard the coach called a timeout, Keith.
Yeah, and Shiloh going to take a timeout. With that timeout, we'll take one too. You're watching Southside Maverick Football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Have you been to the River Valley's only multi-sport facility? Then let's hang out. The Hangout in Fort Smith is the only sports facility that offers indoor tennis and pickleball, indoor and outdoor basketball, and has now added multiple soccer fields. Soccer leagues are forming soon. Did you know the Hangout also has an 8,000 square foot fitness center with bar, yoga, HIIT, and Pilates classes? The Hangout, 5400 Gary Street, or thehangoutfs.com. Fitness, sports, and more. Let's hang out.
Keith, they're playing a little bit of Chris Stapleton out there for you.
Well, I wouldn't know.
You're not a Chris Stapleton fan? I'm going to have to get you a CD, Keith.
I'm actually the old country guy. I'm more the Alan Jackson and
You'd like Chris Stapleton.
Garth Brooks type.
He's one of the few that reminds me of the old country.
It should be
maybe
intentional grounding.
Yeah,
What it should be. There's no receiver in the area whatsoever.
Yeah, but I don't know that he meant to let go of that ball either.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's still
No,
intentional
that's
grounding.
right.
Yeah, that's an easy call right there that should be discussed because he was just trying to get rid of it. That was Ethan Dunn coming in on the pressure.
Yes, sir. Coming in pressure in a hurry.
You got 51.6 seconds to go here before the half. Southside leads 20-3. Here's a handoff. He's going to get the first down. Will find his way to the Southside 43-yard line where Tamaria Johnson's there to make the play. Again, good hard running there by Griffin Mason. Down to 44 seconds to go here. As Bodenstein out of bounds, incomplete. Good job by Southside. That was good coverage, too. I believe that was Zimmerman over there knocked him out of bounds on the intended receiver, Kemp. Brings up second down, 2nd and 10. 34.9 to go here. Key for the Mavs, you just can't let them get in the end zone. That's the key right now. They started rolling Bodenstein out a lot more.
Yeah.
Now he's going to stay in the pocket on this one. Going to get him in the backfield. That's big. Ethan out. Ball's on the ground and going to be recovered by Shiloh.
Why'd the clock stop? They called timeout?
Yeah, Shiloh took a timeout. Bring up third down, third and about 18. And with that timeout, we'll take one, too. You're watching Southside Maverick Football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Summer's winding down, but the savings are just getting started. Dive into the end-of-season sale at Burton Pools and Spas. For a limited time, save up to $14,000 on fiberglass pools. And the first 10 customers who purchase an Aquacrete pool with a premium vinyl finish will receive a free hot tub. Don't miss these incredible deals. Visit our stores in Fort Smith, Springdale, or Greenland, or go to BurtonPools.com for more details. At Burton, we do more than build swimming pools. We build long-term relationships.
Welcome back to action. It'll be third down, third and 17. We've got 25.5 seconds to go here. Shiloh down to one timeout. This is a big play right here, Terrell. Obviously, I would think you're probably in 4-down territory. But what a good job by Ethan Dunn. They've come him on some blitzes, and he's gotten back there and got to the quarterback, Bodenstein, and get a big third down here for the Mavs. Southside not going to put any pressure on. They're going to swing the ball out to Mason Griffin, and he's going to have an open field, and we'll get close to a first down. Actually, Griffin Mason. I think I called him Mason Griffin.
I like yours better, Keith.
Yeah, they'll bring out fourth down. Not sure why. Did he get out of bounds?
It's kind of wondering the same thing.
Big third down here for the Mavs. Going to hand the ball off again, and
he didn't get out of bounds that time. Ah, horse collar.
Griffin Mason on the carry. And that hurts, too, because I think that would have been over on downs.
It would have been. I mean, you never know with the spots. But
Yeah, well, that's true. They'll bring it up to the 17-yard line. Let's see, does the clock start after a penalty?
On the ready. Should be going now.
The ball will be spotted at the 16-yard line. They'll start the clock here as Bodenstein looks to throw the ball. He's going to feel the heat back there. He's going to throw the ball. This should be a flag. There's nobody. There is nobody.
There it goes. He didn't want to call it, Keith, but he did. He heard you. And he did the right thing.
Well, that's the second time that's happened on this
series.
This series, and there was nobody over there, and he was still in the pocket. He's still in the tackle box.
That's what you need right there, because that's going to back them up out of field goal range. They're going to have to do something crazy.
Yeah, you got 7 seconds here. They may try to hit a quick hitter, maybe try to get a timeout and try to kick a field goal. We'll see what they want to do here. Southside doing a good job, just that front three with Youngblood along with Morales and Perez getting good pressure. And then you throw Ethan Dunn in there at times. And if I'm Southside, I'm going to bring some heat here. You got to try to get some pressure. They'll go with a 4-man line. Looks like Dunn coming off that right side. Bodenstein looks to throw the ball. Going to throw the ball. It's going to be complete, and he's going to be hit and
in bounds.
They blow the clock ran out. That's going to be the half, I think. Let's see what they're going to call here.
Well, are they saying it was a first down, maybe?
No, it was. Go see if they got the timeout.
They didn't blow the whistle in time to get the timeout.
We saw this last week against Mountain Home.
5 seconds? Do you mean like
0.5 seconds.
0.5 seconds? Okay.
Well, they're going to take a timeout here. That's a good job by the Southside defense, but you'd like to got him a little bit further down. Don't give him a chance to attempt that field goal. But I'll tell you what, I don't know.
I don't know that they're going to go for a field goal right here, Keith.
Well, it's kind of hard, too, in that situation, too, because, the coach is trying to get the timeout. And I'm not going to argue whether or not he got the timeout or not, because I think that was one that could be debated and discussed. And
well, if you're at home, you'd have wanted it to be called for you. So.
Yes. Well, and, we've seen that, and we saw that last 2 weeks ago against Mountain Home. They kicked that last field goal, and there's a lot of noise out there, so you don't always see it.
Right.
But you would think the side judge would be looking at the coach, and the coach would be there. Yeah.
Waiting.
Yeah, this will be a 36-yard field goal attempt here for Aiden Pullen.
Well, don't discount the chances they might fake it right here.
I can't see that. I think they're going to try to get the points here because
that's
they get the
smart.
ball.
That's a smart move.
Be a 36-yard field goal. Ball's down. Your kick is up and looks wide left.
Missed. There you go.
And I want to make this point too, right there at the half. What a great job by Ethan Dunn.
Oh, on just about every snap in the backfield, putting pressure on them, making bad throws, turnovers, penalties. Yeah.
I bought my first vehicle from Randall.
Again, folks, we're here at the half. Southside leads 20-3. We'll be back with the Randall Ford halftime show after this. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network. Service to the River Valley for 6 generations.
Guide us. Root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
Between life, work, and family, sometimes the person that you need to take care of the most is you.
At Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness, you're never alone. Through our counseling, we can help you regain control of your emotions, mental health, and life. We provide both face-to-face and virtual therapy services. Whether it's for your child, family, or yourself, Fort Smith Therapy is here to help your true self shine through.
Schedule your appointment today with Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness.
Family. It's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
With exactly what I wanted. From the minute you walk into Randall Ford, they greet you, they're kind, they're gonna ask you what you need, what you're looking for, and they're all very friendly, even down to the service department. Those guys are so kind. The salesmen are going to make sure that you know that vehicle before you leave the lot. They're going to review the details, all the features of the vehicle, so you can leave with confidence knowing that the vehicle you're in, how to drive it. Randall Ford really listened to me, and I drove away with exactly what I wanted.
Have you been to the River Valley's only multi-sport facility? Then let's hang out. The Hangout in Fort Smith is the only sports facility that offers indoor tennis and pickleball, indoor and outdoor basketball, and has now added multiple soccer fields. Soccer leagues are forming soon. Did you know the Hangout also has an 8,000 square foot fitness center with bar, yoga, HIIT, and Pilates classes? The Hangout, 5400 Gary Street, or thehangoutfs.com. Fitness, sports, and more. Let's hang out.
Summer's winding down, but the savings are just getting started. Dive into the end of season sale at Burton Pools and Spas. For a limited time, save up to $14,000 on fiberglass pools. And the first 10 customers who purchase an Aquacrete pool with a premium vinyl finish will receive a free hot tub. Don't miss these incredible deals. Visit our stores in Fort Smith, Springdale, or Greenland, or go to burtonpools.com for more details. At Burton, we do more than build swimming pools. We build long-term relationships.
Is a used car back in '77. I bought a first new truck in '96 from them, an F-250. Ever since then, I've stuck with Randall. They understand my business, and as a contractor, my trucks take a beating. Randall Ford has the product, and they find them for me if they don't have them on the lot. I trust Randall Ford. They've earned my business.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Welcome back to Champions Field up here in Springdale, Arkansas, the home of the Shiloh Christian Saints. Southside leads here 20-3, got off to a big start early. Terrell, as Southside was able to go down 2 plays into the ball game, had a 7-zip lead, and a lot of momentum going early in the ball game. But it's been a ball game here in the first half where I think you look at both sides of the ball. Number one, I'm going to go to that Southside defense. They've really made it tough on the quarterback. Jake Boldenstein's really struggling getting a lot of things going here in the first half, and they played great and really got tough there at the end of the first half to keep them from getting those points. And you look at some of the stars there in the first half, I think it starts with Ethan Dunn.
Dunn looked good. I was about to say, I think Bodenstein has been jumped on by Selby, Dominic, and Dunn in this first half. And Dunn's been there most of the time. So I think he's going to wake up kind of sore tomorrow. And I don't know. I've got to think that is what's playing into kind of some of the off-passing and maybe him. It just looks like he's rushing a little bit more than it looks like he needs to be rushing. But then you turn around and look, some of the plays that he's like had a penalty over here on a on a throwaway, and it's like, you know, he's just off his game is what it looks like to me, and I got to think it's getting jumped on by people.
Yeah, part of it, too, I think, is the fact that you'll notice as the game goes on, they were going to make him a pocket passer to start out. Then they started rolling him around.
Rolling.
Then
Yeah.
I guess it was probably, excuse me, at the start of the second quarter, they went to the running game and were very effective doing that. You had the running game with Griffin Mason and then the big run by Max Eldridge. Kind of got them going there. Then they tried to go back to the passing. Southside stiffened up. And that's the key for this Southside team. We talked about this in the pregame. The fact is, if this Southside defense can eliminate those big plays, they're not going to give up a lot of points. They play well as a team. You watch this group, and I want to give credit, too, and I had mentioned this earlier, but the job that Daniel Morales, along with Peyton Perez and Braxton Youngblood have done on that line of scrimmage, getting pressure a lot of times with just three guys. They really put the pressure on Bodenstein and kind of made it a bit tougher for him to be able to do things, and, they made a difference out there.
Well, Maddox Perez, too, been coming in and making some plays. I've been watching 31 come out of some piles, so it's nice to see a lot of new numbers out there. We talked a little bit earlier about Rowe. It's like a lot of people making plays, making an impact, on this game, and I'm kind of anxious to see the second half get started because I feel like we got more of the same coming now. The only kicker is they get that ball to start off.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that last drive of the half. It's like keep them from scoring.
Yeah, and
start there.
You look at the defensive wise too. You got to look at your cornerbacks. Derek Lacey and Lee Prince Jr. have done a great job, really, in man coverage. And the big interception that Ken Cannon got, they did a great job of really knowing who that primary receiver was. Got back, and that was another case where I think Bodenstein probably rushed something right there, throwing the ball down the field that really wasn't there. And in fact, would have had. I believe that was Tamaria Johnson maybe that had a chance at another interception over there and give the receiver credit for taking the ball away. For Southside has 2 turnovers, and you got a confidence problem in that locker room for Shiloh. But the thing for Southside is they got the big interception, weren't able to take advantage of it. But I like what they did. They tried to work that clock down. And I think it's a good idea. I thought that was the right call to go ahead and, you could go ahead and try to pass the ball, leave 3 minutes, 2 minutes on the clock, whatever. But they tried to run the clock down, and then on third down, you had Zimmerman open in the corner of the end zone. He turns, let me get this right, he turns left, the ball goes right.
Yes.
Incomplete. But nonetheless, I thought that was a really good throw by Blake Forsgren. I mean, he's throwing from the right hash all the way across the far left corner of the end zone and gave his receiver, maybe a chance. And there wasn't a very big window there by any means.
No, that's the thing. I mean, it was a safe throw. That was the nice thing about it. I mean, he threw it a little bit behind his receiver, but he also threw it where the defender had no play on it. So, give him credit for giving the guy a chance. That's the thing. I mean, that's his job. Get it out there.
And on the offensive side of the ball, Blake Forsgren coming back from injury from last week has really stepped it up and had a solid ball game, doing a great job. Really, they've sacked him one time, but I think that was just a play. He got turned around and then looked up. There was nothing he could really do on it. But like you said, they're putting the pressure off that right side coming in. Southside hopefully will have a couple of adjustments for that for the second half. But he did a great job finding the open receivers and taking care of the football. And that's the key for Southside. And I'll throw this out there, too, is you got to win that turnover battle.
Absolutely.
And so far, Southside 1-zip right now. Actually 2-zip. They had the fumble recovery earlier in the ball game. But Forsgren doing a good job, too, and we talked about this, too. Wilson Key did a great job quarterbacking last week, but, boy, they seem to be so much more in rhythm. He's had a really good first half from his receiver position along with Zimmerman and Joe Kincannon, a couple of big catches.
Well, and you hate to see him get hit, but the one thing that's impressed me about him, especially after, having to miss some time last week is, you talked about him getting sacked one time. Well, that's true, but there's also been a couple times where he's made some exceptional throws and got lit up. I mean, at the end of the throw. And there's one time it looked like he was kind of coming up a little bit slower or whatever, but, I mean, he's right back in the thick of it. I mean, right after that play's over, he's jumping right back up and getting right back in the mix of it. So you like to see a guy that's that tough.
Again, folks, remember tonight's ball game sponsor is Fort Smith Therapy and Wellness Clinic. They cover individual, couples, family, and children's therapy. Again, we're right here at the halftime, and it's been the first half that kind of a bit of a surprise. I think Southside the last 2 weeks, you're playing probably two of the top 4 teams in the conference, and you're going toe-to-toe on their field and playing really good right now. And, you know, as you look at the second half here, key obviously for Southside is to hopefully get a stop on that first possession and then maybe go down and get a score and, you know, really put some pressure on these guys.
Well, I mean, hold them to another 3. Sometimes I like it when the opposing team gets 3 because it's so deflating when you score 7 right after they score 3. You know, it just puts the pressure on even more. But it's like, you know, they feel like they got something going because they got 3 points, and then you just take it away. You know,
So you know your math. If you
I'm pretty
7 to 3 is 4 points every time.
I'm pretty good at math when it comes to small numbers, single digits. You know, I'm okay.
Yeah, but it's been a fun first half, and we're going to take a break here, and we'll come back with the first half scoring summary. You're watching the Southside Mavericks on the Maverick Sports Network. We'll be back with more of the Randall Ford halftime show after this.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
From the minute you walk into Randall Ford, they greet you, they're kind, they're gonna ask you what you need, what you're looking for, and they're all very friendly, even down to the service department. Those guys are so kind. The salesmen are gonna make sure that you know that vehicle before you leave the lot. They're gonna review the details, all the features of the vehicle, so you can leave with confidence knowing that the vehicle you're in, how to drive it. Randall Ford really listened to me, and I drove away with exactly what I wanted.
Have you been to the River Valley's only multi-sport facility? Then let's hang out. The Hangout in Fort Smith is the only sports facility that offers indoor tennis and pickleball, indoor and outdoor basketball, and has now added multiple soccer fields. Soccer leagues are forming soon. Did you know the Hangout also has an 8,000 square foot fitness center with bar, yoga, HIIT, and Pilates classes? The Hangout, 5400 Gary Street, or thehangoutfs.com. Fitness, sports, and more. Let's hang out.
Summer's winding down, but the savings are just getting started. Dive into the end of season sale at Burton Pools and Spas. For a limited time, save up to $14,000 on fiberglass pools. And the first 10 customers who purchase an Aquacrete pool with a premium vinyl finish will receive a free hot tub. Don't miss these incredible deals. Visit our stores in Fort Smith, Springdale, or Greenland, or go to burtonpools.com for more details. At Burton, we do more than build swimming pools. We build long-term relationships.
I bought my first vehicle from Randall as a used car back in '77. I bought a first new truck in '96 from them, an F-250. Ever since then, I've stuck with Randall. They understand my business, and as a contractor, my trucks take a beating. Randall Ford has the product, and they find them for me if they don't have them on the lot. I trust Randall Ford. They've earned my business.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Welcome back to Springdale here at Champion Stadium as we're at the half. Southside leads 20-3 as got the Saint Marching Band out there. And let's go ahead and look at the first half scoring summary here. Southside lost the toss, ended up Shiloh Christian deferred to the second half. Southside gets the ball on their 25-yard line. And Terrell, it's what you like. You run the first play, you gain 2 yards, and then actually 3 yards on the play, and then you have a pass from Blake Forsgren to Peyton Zimmerman, 72 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. The only thing, we talked about it at the time, but the only thing I didn't like about it is, you know, when you start talking about stats, one big one's time of possession, and that series didn't help you much on that stat. But you take the points, man. You take the points.
Yeah, you definitely take the points, and they kick off to Shiloh, and Shiloh got actually it was their best field position of the night. They started to drive on their own 40-yard line, and after a nice kickoff return, they go 5 plays, are forced to punt the ball away, and Southside takes over on their own 19-yard line. And then what you were talking about, those nice long drives. Southside has an 11-play, 81-yard drive, culminating with a 32-yard field goal by Rodrigo Hernandez.
Yeah, and I mean, we hadn't really gotten to it yet, but the one thing you got to be really impressed with and really happy for the guy, Hernandez, you know, he had that heartbreaker last week, but tonight he's your leading scorer. I mean, that's pretty cool. I like to see that.
Shiloh gets the ball back at their 18, and that was kind of a theme in the first half, too, was Shiloh, the Southside kickoff team, they did a good job. What Hernandez did, he really kind of corner kicked it for the most part, kind of taking the field away, and the Southside special teams did a great job. As you they start this drive on their 18-yard line. They had 18, 20, 15, 17, and 20-yard lines, so that's a big key in the game. We've seen it in previous games. You know, it hurt Southside 2 weeks ago against Mountain Home, not having the field position. But nonetheless, Southside gets the ball back. They start this drive on the 27-yard line and then work the ball down the field. They get a big play, pass completion from Blake Forsgren to Joe Kincannon to kind of set them up, get the ball at the 48-yard line, and there's the big play. Blake Forsgren, a 48-yard touchdown pass to Wilson Key, and good job. And one thing these receivers are doing great is making that first guy miss, and then it's chasing him to the end zone.
Katie bar the door, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that we kind of talked about it early on in the game, especially before that first touch. But, I mean, when those guys are getting out in the open field, they are deceptively fast. It's really impressive to watch them run away from these guys because we knew these guys were going to be fast.
Then both teams traded punts. Shiloh takes the ball at their 15-yard line. They have a 12-play drive ending with a 25-yard field goal by Aiden Poland. That's the first points of the night for the Saints. They now trail 17-3. Southside gets the ball back, and on their 35-yard line, they get a 6-play drive. I think in that drive, too, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we hit Key for another big play.
I think it was about a 32-yarder.
Set us up down for a field goal opportunity, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this may have been the longest field goal of the year for Rodrigo Hernandez, 33 yards.
The longest one I've got on paper, and it was beautiful. I mean, the only thing it's probably bad for was the car that it hit in the parking lot.
Well, actually, I think he was kicking down there, and he was
into the bushes.
Yeah, into the bushes.
Yeah, they got a net on this side. So
can they pay somebody to go into the bushes and get the ball? Yeah, kind of like, well, game's over. We've lost the ball.
We've lost the game ball.
Yeah, and there's your humor for the night, folks. Again, about ready to start the second half here as Shiloh gets the ball back on their 17. Southside again, the defense steps up big. Southside gets the big interception on that, too. That was Joe Kincannon, gets it down to the 18-yard line. Southside, about 2.5 minutes to go there. They decide to go ahead and try to run the ball, and Shiloh does a good job of stopping the run. Then on third down, you had the incomplete pass to Zimmerman, who really was open on the play, not by much, but like I said, I thought it was a great job by Blake Forsgren just to get that ball to him.
Well, and to your point, Peyton, I mean, he ran a great route. He got himself open. You know, he made a good cut and got open, but that ball, I don't know, just fingertips, just off his fingertips.
In the last series of the first half, Shiloh goes down, has a chance at a field goal, but the 35-yard field goal by Poland is wide left, no good, and that set your score at 20-3. And I like what Southside did too. They did a good job of really, at times they would move fast, then slow it down, and I think that was a good thing for them. I think the key for Southside, especially on the offensive side of the ball, is don't go into four corners mode.
That's right.
Keep putting the pressure on. Keys here in the second half, obviously take care of the football, and I think number two, the key right now is, man, no big plays. Force Bodenstein to make some plays. He's really kind of struggled here in the first half. I mean, I watched some film of this young man. He's a very good quarterback. He's just had an off night so far. If you're the Mavs, you just hope that continues.
Well, we talked about it earlier. I think the main thing you want to keep right here is momentum. So the first thing you got to do, you got to shut these guys down, do your thing, and get that ball back.
Well, the key, too, is if you can go down, get you a touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
And increase that lead to 24, you know, you got to feel pretty good. The one thing I wish Southside was able to do a little bit better here in the first half is, and give credit to the Saints, is they've really struggled running the ball, but, you know, they're really going with about 6 guys in the box.
Yeah, they have been. And stacking hard on that one side. I'm not quite sure what they think they've seen on that, but it's worked pretty good against the run.
Here's the kickoff. It's going to be fielded at the goal line, and he's got an open field, and we'll get up to the 40-yard line. That is Xander Salter. We really haven't called his name tonight. He's kind of one of those guys that plays both ways and does a good job.
He got a good jump on that one.
Yeah, you'd like to get him back just a little bit if you could, but it looked like maybe it was Jordan McDaniel had a chance to get him down there and wasn't able to do it. Salter gets a nice return, sets him up at the 41-yard line. As Bodenstein, your quarterback, will hand it off to his running back, who's got a big hole. Will fight it to the outside, and he's going to run out of bounds. That's Griffin Mason on the carry. Looks like Shiloh going to come out. They're going to speed it up. Going to hand it off again to Mason. Mason's going to be hit and dropped. Good defensive play there by Joe Kincannon. We'll get him at the 39-yard line. It gets him at the 39-yard line. They'll mark it at the 38-yard line. Be a gain of 3 on the play. Brings up second down, 2nd and 7. Just starting the second half here. Southside leads 20-3. Here's a handoff again. Well, that's a good job by the Southside defense. I'm trying to, coming off that end, that was Don Parkinson making the play for Southside.
Yeah, you need to do that about 2 or 3 more times and make him start getting back to the air.
Yeah, the running back, Mason, you can't let him get those legs. He's a big kid. Him and the quarterback, Bodenstein, are both big kids. Here's a handoff again to Mason, and there's a good tackle by Don Parkinson again. We'll bring up 4th down.
I think he's figured out where number 18 is.
Be 4th down, 4th, and about, they've got 5. Looks like it's more like about 6. It'll be at the 36-yard line. Big chance here for the Southside defense to get off the field. Bodenstein will roll to his right. Here comes the heat. He's going to be hit in the backfield. And Don Parkinson's got him. What a great job. That was the Don Parkinson series.
It really was. And I think Don was trying to get his jersey off, take home as a souvenir.
I was a little worried he might get a little face mask.
I did too.
While he was trying to get the jersey, yeah.
Well, especially they already got us once on the horse collar, so.
Well, the other problem with that play, too, that play should have been blown dead.
It should have been, yeah.
But what a great job. What a great read. They tried to fake, do the bootleg right, and Parkinson was having none of it.
No.
Southside will start this drive at their 47-yard line. See what the Mavs want to come with. They'll go with a trip set to the right of Forsgren. Now they'll bring Key in motion. Hand it off to Jaden Webb for about 2 yards. Terrell, I think what they're going to do there, it looked like on that play, is you've got that right side really trying to bring the pressure. So they brought Wilson Key in motion to try to block off that side and were able to get some positive yardage. They gained 2 yards, brings that second down, 2nd and 8 for the Mavs, just under 10 minutes here in the third quarter. Big series here for the Mavs. Here's a keeper by Forsgren. Looked like that was going to be a bigger play, but that was a really nice defensive play by Ethan Brewer coming off that corner. Bring up third down, 3rd and 5 for the Mavs.
Well, and that didn't seem like much of a game, but I'll tell you what, that's some big yards on the ground for us right now. I mean, that right there is going to help keep that defense honest.
Big third down here for the Mavs. Now you want to have one of those 15-play drives.
Yes.
Going to set a screen pass. It's going to be complete, and they get Jaden Webb in the backfield. Yeah, what happened was they had to throw over the defender, and that slowed the play down and bring up 4th down. I like the call. I think that was a good call on 3rd down. Mavs going to punt the ball away. Jaden Webb will check back in for the Mavs. Back deep will be Dalton Carnes. He'll stand back at his 20-yard line. How about a turnover here?
Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, give Jaden Webb credit. I mean, he got hit as soon as he caught that ball, and he still tried to make something out of it.
Going to bring the heat here. There's a kick. It'll be a good kick that Carnes is going to go back, and he's going to field. And they're going to hit him at about the 23-yard line. Good job by Southside getting down there and making the play. Again, that's number 47, Alex Little down there, along with 23, Miles Selby. Selby and Little, big special teams games tonight.
Playing well.
Again, for this Mav team, Terrell, I think the key is no big plays. You can't let them have the big plays. If you can do that, I think that, make them work their way down the field. And
nothing easy.
Going to throw a pass out. It's going to be complete. And
he's hit about right away, but he didn't go down.
That was Zane Sluter on the catch. Bring up 2nd down, 2nd 3. Again, hurry-up mode here. They looked like they were moving off that line.
They were.
Going to get a nice gain on 1st down for Griffin Mason. I could have swore that right guard was pulling before the snap.
They were, but you also had a guy out here wide that didn't get set.
There's Mason again on the handoff, and he's pounding it down, going to have another 1st down. We've got a flag on the play. Let's maybe see what they're going to call here.
Yeah, I don't think this one's going to be for us.
It'll be a face mask on the Mavs. Bring the ball down to the Southside 32-yard line. They're doing this quick, too. We've got 7:37 to go here.
Yeah, but this right here is, so far today's kind of been our magic spot. He'll take like a 14-yard loss right here, hopefully.
And the ball off the right side. He's got an open field, and it's going to fight his way down close to the 10-yard line. That is Max Eldridge on the carry.
Has he had a run less than 15 yards yet?
No.
I mean.
And he's also the guy, too, that was on that wheel route.
Yeah.
And Southside's going to get another penalty. Actually, they moved. Let's see what the call is going to be. Hopefully nobody saw.
Running on.
Yeah. Saw Perez running on the field. Let's see what the call is going to be. I know the coaches aren't going to be happy with this one. And
Coach got a timeout.
okay. Yeah, Maddox Perez a little slow getting out there. So what you don't need right here, though, is just let them go down the field on you and get a quick 6-point. But you're right about Eldridge. They kind of got that thunder and lightning there with Griffin Mason. He gets those tough 8 or 9 yards, and then you bring in Max Eldridge and brings that speed factor to the game. But, yeah, he was one on that wheel route that was on, I believe it was 3rd down.
Well, he had a big run right before that, and then they ran him out there on that wheel route and got, 30 or something? I mean, it was
that wheel route's been an effective play for him.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of interesting to see what the call was going to be on that play if they didn't get the timeout. We were trying to run a man on the field, which I'm assuming that would be a dead ball foul, 5 yards on us. So good job by the coaching staff getting the timeout. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Saints at the Southside 14-yard line. We've got 7:24 to go here in the third quarter. Southside leads 20-3. Again, they'll have Griffin Mason in the backfield. They'll give the ball to Mason, and he's going to fight his way down. We'll get inside the 10-yard line. Second down, 2nd and 3. Hand off to Mason again. There's Jordan McDaniel in the backfield. We're getting for maybe a yard loss. I wouldn't count on it, but I think it's a yard loss. No, we've got an injured Maverick on the play.
That's looking like cramps.
Yeah.
Be all right.
Let's see. And with that injury, let's go ahead and take a timeout. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Between life, work, and family, sometimes the person that you need to take care of the most is you.
At Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness, you're never alone. Through our counseling, we can help you regain control of your emotions, mental health, and life. We provide both face-to-face and virtual therapy services. Whether it's for your child, family, or yourself, Fort Smith Therapy is here to help your true self shine through.
Schedule your appointment today with Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness.
Family, it's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about.
Welcome back to action here. Yeah, I believe that was just a cramp. That is Dominic Parkinson coming off on the side. This will be the 7th play of the drive for the Saints. We've got 67 to go here. It is 3rd down, 3rd and 4. Nice play there defensively by Jordan McDaniel on the last play, Terrell.
No, that's huge. It's one of the first tackle for loss we've seen this whole entire series. So
well, if you
see if we get a couple more of them.
Get a big hit here, maybe get off the field. Southside jumps in the neutral zone. And that was marked off wrong, too. That ball was on the 8-yard line. That's half the distance to the goal. He marks it at 3.
Yep. Little home cooking. They don't like that 3 on the scoreboard, I don't think.
There's the handoff to the end zone. Touchdown.
They better watch out. Some lights ain't going to come back on, Keith.
Does that become a forfeit when that happens?
I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Well, they did it quick, and that was a good job. Griffin Mason was kind of your main guy on that drive. And, you had the one play to Eldridge, but other than that, going to cut that lead down to 20-9. Southside's going to have to get some offense here, though. They really kind of bogged down there towards the end of the half. Here, the extra points up, and it's into the parking lot. I kind of started noticing about that too, Terrell, while people weren't parking that close.
That's it.
I know football's not as bad hitting your cars as baseball is, but, still you could have that.
I bet you still get a dent.
Yeah.
Get a little hail damage.
Yeah, nice drive by the Saints nonetheless. 75 yards in 7 plays, a 3-yard touchdown run by Griffin Mason. He did the bulk of the work on the series, and Southside needs to answer here. You're going to have to get some points. As 20 points isn't going to win this game.
No, I don't think anybody's that was paying attention to this game was thinking 20 points is going to get us out of here.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of what you get. Southside got good, had the turnover on downs, and you're going to have to hit some plays and figure out some things. Again, the Saints coming off that right side, you're going to have to figure out some strategy to, I think what they tried to do, obviously, was to bring a receiver in motion, try to block off of that, but you still are stuck in that side, so we'll see what Southside wants to do different here in the second half. It's just a really nice little stadium here.
It really is. I mean, it's a little tight, but one thing we'll talk about it here in a second.
Zim on the return. Going to get up to the 19-yard line.
So I was noticing the guys when they come over the sideline, they're like looking up at us. And I'm like, what are these guys looking at? There's a huge video board
on top of
us, on top of our visitor sideline. They're watching it. It's kind of funny to watch them because
it's
like, what are they looking at?
Yeah, it's kind of nice too. On the home press box, they've got the score and everything up there too.
Yeah, they serious about their football up here. I mean, I don't know if you really give them, Greenwood status or whatever.
Well, I've been to 2 stadiums here in the 6A so far. I went to Lake Hamilton last week. I've been impressed with both of them.
That's right. They're serious.
Russellville has a small press box, but a nice stadium, so that'll be something we'll look forward to here in a couple of weeks. But in the meantime, we've got 6:44 to go here. Third quarter, Southside's lead's been cut to 10. It's 20-10. Look like they're coming with the heat again.
Yeah, I think they are.
Sparks going to be hit in the backfield. Going to lose. Spotting back at the 18-yard line, looks like, brings up second down, 2nd and 11 for the Mavs. Southside just going to have to get that composure together and try to figure some things out. Yeah, they're coming with the heat. And I'll ask this question after this play, but again, second down, 2nd and 11 for the Mavs. Going to bring the heat again. It's going to be intercepted. That's Eldridge on the intercept. They're going to take it to the touchdown. That was Max Eldridge on the return.
Hey, you just got to wonder if that big hit.
My question I've got to ask you on that is, they'll attempt the extra point here, is with those, are your offensive linemen confused when they see the stand-up guys like that?
I think it has to be, and plus, by the time they get to the offensive linemen, they got a full head of steam.
I bought my first vehicle.
And then those 2 bookends, the defensive ends, they're really not even getting slowed down on their way to Blake, so.
Well, things started out really good here in the second half, getting that hold on the first series, but since then, Southside, they seem to be confused offensively on what do you want to do here, and that was just a play where he just picked out the wrong guy on the pass, and you need something good to happen if you're the Mavs right now.
Yeah, he was trying to sneak that one in there, just wrong part of the field to be doing that.
Yeah, we got 5:58 to go here in the third quarter. That cushy lead we had is
it's gone.
You kind of go back too. We had the ball down on their 18-yard line with the 20-3 lead. Had a chance to maybe get some more points and really put some pressure on these guys. And then within 2 minutes, the lead's almost evaporated. Again, Pullman will kick off. Here's the kick, and it's going to come down to Zimmerman. Will pick it up at the 10-yard line. Makes the first man miss, and that will find his way across the 20 up to the 23-yard line. That's where Southside will start this drive. This will be their third series here in the second half.
Well, it's technically not a new game, but it sure feels like it.
Well, Big Mo is definitely on that home sideline.
Exactly.
But give the Saints credit. Southside really struggling to figure out what to do off that right side. And like I said, I think that when you come up with those stand-up rushers like that you really – I kind of like that in the sense I think now they're going to go down with 2, or actually 1 man in a 3-point stance. Forsgren takes a snap. There's a handoff, and he's going to be hit. And it's Jaden Webb on the carry. Bring up second down, 2nd and 10 for the Mavs at the 23-yard line. They'll check Joaquin Fox into the backfield for the Mavs. Two receivers either side of the field. Again, 5 guys in the box. good block by Fox on the play. We'll throw the ball. It's going to be complete. A nice catch over there by Peyton Zimmerman. Big play there for Peyton. We'll get up to the 26-yard line, be a gain of 3 on the play. Good block off that corner. They had the blitzer coming off the corner. I believe that was Henley, and Joaquin Fox is able to pick him up, give Forsgren a little bit of time to throw the ball.
Yeah, Joaquin had to come across formation, make that block too.
And third down for the Mavs. Be third down, 3rd and 6. Big play here for Southside. Forsgren's got time. Will throw the ball, throws it deep down the field, has an open receiver. It's complete. He's at the 40-yard line. Will find his way down to the 36-yard line. When in doubt, find Peyton Zimmerman.
That's right. Just throw it up to him.
I feel like I'm at a soccer game.
I know. I just about said, there goes your flugelhorn again, Keith.
I didn't know what that was called.
I don't even know that that's right, but that's what I've always called them.
I'm looking for the hooligans down there now.
Yeah, that's right.
Big play for Southside nonetheless. Nice gain. We'll have the ball at the 36-yard line. 4:44 to go here in the third quarter. Bring a man in motion. That's Wilson Key. Again, Forsgren wants to throw. He's got time. We'll throw the ball out of bounds. I'm not sure. Southside might not have got a. Yeah, they're going to call it. Well, of course they're going to call it. We've got an injured player over there for Southside. I don't think that call is right. They actually marked it from where Forsgren was at, then marked it more. Yeah, that's should have been from, because when they did it with Shiloh, it was from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, previous spot.
So it'll be second down, 2nd, 34. Yeah, this officiating crew, not very good. Simply put it that way.
They're from around Springdale.
Well, you had a penalty on the goal line, and it should have been half the distance. They marked it off 5 yards. And then this penalty here should have been marked off from the line of scrimmage. Bring up second down, 2nd, 34. Want to throw the ball. It's going to be complete to Zimmerman. Going to be hit, and could be a targeting call, but no call. That was a helmet to helmet. The line judge is looking right at it. Be third down, 3rd and 29 for the Mavs. Gosh, penalties have hurt us here too, Terrell. There were several key penalties on the last series. You got the face mask penalty that hurt us, and then this one, the mark-off was just, that was incredible. There's not much you can say about that. That was just incompetence on officiating. Again, third down, we'll throw the ball. It's going to be complete. We get the ball out to Jaden Webb, who's hit out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Southside, I would think, would punt here, obviously. Jaden Webb will stand back. He's had a good night tonight. We'll stand back at his 43-yard line. Back deep will be Dalton Carnes. Saints have done a good job, though. They move around a lot on defense, so it's very confusing what they do. There's another good punt. Going to be a fair catch called and made at the 14-yard line.
All right, here's your key series, Keith.
That's where you got to kind of slow it down a bit right here. Got to slow it down.
Keep everything in front of you.
They'll start this drive on their 14-yard line. And, you know, Southside, for the most part, they've given up some big plays, but they've not been big touchdown plays. So the defense doing a good job. But I'll tell you what, the last 2 weeks, it just seems like we play a solid first half, and then we come into the second half and a lot of struggle. Here's a handoff Again to the running back, and he's going to get across the 20-yard line up to about the 22-yard line. That's Griffin Mason on the carry. Bring up second down, second at about 2. 3:22 to go here in the third quarter. And Bodenstein, your quarterback, will hand the ball off again to Griffin Mason. Going to get up to about the 24. Let's see what the spot is, whether or not he's got the first down. Now, if it goes by the Doug Pogue theory, he should have the first down.
They've already changed, so they're not even waiting.
Yeah, that's called time management.
Yes.
I was explaining that Hall of Fame referee Lynn Parnell explained that to me one time. There's a keeper by Bodenstein, and he's going to be hit, knocked down. A good job defense over there for the Mavs. Look, it's Derek Lacey over there making the play for Southside. Bring up second down, second and 10.
Actually, I think Derek had to go with his receiver. I think as Joe that had to come up from safety.
Cannon? Okay.
Yeah, they had a little old switcheroo because of the route.
And off at the middle, going to get up across the 30 up to the, actually, spot him at the 31. Griffin Mason on the carry. Bring up third down, third and about 3 yards to go. It's a bad snap and going to be a handoff to Mason again, and he's going to get outside and cuts it back to the inside, and he's got one man to beat. And there should be a flag as he's grabbing the face mask of the Southside defender. That's something that's never called, though.
No.
You'll see it both ways, but that's a tough break for the Mavs. You had him pinned up down there, and he's able to break away. You can't hit him high and expect to get him down. Be first and 10 at the 27-yard line.
I don't know if it's any better. Now you got 0 in the back.
Eldridge back in the ball game. Now we've got a whistle on the play.
They definitely went first on that one.
I don't know. They'll have to discuss this to decide what they want to call.
The debate.
Yeah, the debate on it, see what they're going to call. I still have to question, though, that intentional grounding.
Yeah.
That was marked back from the spot where it happened, 15 yards.
Well, and like you said, I mean, they marked it totally different than they did their own team.
Then you got Eldridge in the backfield, first and 15 for the Saints. We've got 2 minutes exactly to go here. Third quarter. Bodenstein wants to throw the ball. He's going to be met head on a great defensive play for the Mavs. The ball's on. Lost my pen. Lost my pen on that. That was a fumble. That was a fumble. What truck was that? Was that Lacey coming up?
It was Lacey hit him first, and I mean, it just got cleaned up right after that.
He had the ball, and then I guess they don't call it a football move, but he didn't have a chance to. Hand off to Eldridge off the right side, and going to hit him and drop him at the 30-yard line.
That's what you got to do right there, Keith.
Yeah, I believe that was Joe Kincannon coming up from his safety position. Joe's had a good ball game tonight.
Yes, he has.
Bring up fourth down, 4th and 12.
He's had some amazing catches on both sides of the ball.
Get a stop here. Maybe you can kind of slow this game down just a bit. Going to hand the ball off up the middle, and he's going to be hit and dropped. Actually, that was third down. I thought that was fourth down. That was third down.
I think they had the scoreboard wrong. I was looking at the same thing, Keith.
It's Griffin Mason on the carry. That'll be fourth down, 4th and about 8.
Do you think they're really thinking about it right here?
Well, yeah, you go for it here. Griffin Mason, though, is a very good downhill runner.
Yeah, true.
Be 4th and 8. As Bodenstein will look to the sideline, they've got 6 on the play clock. I think they may take a timeout here. Let's see if they're going to. Yeah, they're going to take a timeout. With that timeout, we'll take one too. You're watching Southside Maverick Football on the Maverick Sports Network. Commercial. Go to a commercial.
Care for the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
Between life, work, and family, sometimes the person that you need to take care of the most is you.
At Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness, you're never alone. Through our counseling, we can help you regain control of your emotions, mental health, and life. We provide both face-to-face and virtual therapy services. Whether it's for your child,
Shout out.
We get back to action here. It's going to be fourth down, fourth and about 7 for the Saints. We've got 42.3 seconds to go here in the third quarter. This will be the 7th play of the drive that started at the Shiloh Christian 14-yard line. They've really come back hard here from a 20-3 deficit. They've got the lead to 2017. Big chance here for the Southside defense as Bodenstein looks to the sidelines to get the play. They've still got plenty of time on the play clock. There's 18 seconds to go on the play clock. Bodenstein wants to throw the ball, has a receiver over there. It's incomplete. What a great job. That's Peyton Zimmerman on the coverage.
Maybe your play of the night right there, Keith.
Yeah, because they got that one-on-one coverage they wanted, and he did a great job. Looked like the receiver may have had a half a step, and he stepped in there at the last second, knocked the ball loose. Southside will take over at the 23-yard line. Now, your offense has got to step up and make some plays, and, you know, that's kind of the key right now. Defense came up, got a big stop right there, and you got to answer that.
So you're telling me, if you're coaching on that sideline, you're not going to tie the game right there?
I'm not sure. That was on the 23-yard line. That would have been a 40-yard field goal.
Been a long one, but
yeah,
he's been kicking well.
Well, they're pretty confident right now. Their defense has settled down.
Yeah.
As Ford's going to roll, he's got an open receiver, throws it, going to be complete. That's Jaden Webb on a nice catch. 45-yard line.
Now, I'd never question our coaching, but I want to question their coaching is all I'm saying.
If I'm Southside, you can probably run the clock out here if you want to. I think I'm going to do that.
I think I probably would.
Yeah. There may be just, well, there may, I'm trying to look at that. There may be just.
Almost half the snap.
Yeah, half a second, kind of like we had after the first half.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to take a penalty.
Yeah, you can't take a penalty here. As Forsgren wants to throw the ball, throws it out to Zimmerman. And Southside going to get called for a hold here.
Well, that's tough.
Well, that's cute. They've got the referee moving the flag down. Oh, let's see how they mark it. Now he's going back over there to mark. Oh, come on.
See that?
Yeah. These guys, I don't know. I'm sorry, Coach Pogue. I still don't know, and I could be wrong on the explanation on that intentional grounding, but I think that's from the line of scrimmage, not the spot of the foul. I do know that a ball inside the 10-yard line is half the distance to the goal.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, and that's because at the end of the third quarter, Southside leads 2017. Be back at the start of the fourth quarter after this. You're watching Southside Maverick Football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Family, it's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
Welcome back to action. Been a fun ball game tonight. The Southside leads 2017 as we start the fourth quarter. It's been a tough third period for the Mavs as they gave up 2 touchdowns, had a 20-3 lead at the half, and Shiloh Christian come back. The Southside defense has stepped up big here, Terrell. They've actually forced the Saints to turn the ball over on downs twice.
Yeah, they played well. we hadn't seen quite as many big hits as we did in the first half, but I expect we'll start seeing some come fourth quarter right here.
Yeah, and another part of the game, too, that's hurt Southside has been the penalties.
It has been. I mean, it's really helped Shiloh, get some of those scores, but like you said, it's really, if anything, it's hurt our momentum.
Yeah, the holding penalty right there was an easy call. I mean, that was one. You can tell he had him by the shoulder pad. That was an easy call right there. You can't do that. So Southside going to have to play more disciplined here in the fourth. Forsgren wants to throw the ball. He's got time to throw the ball. Going to throw it deep down the field. There's a catch on the sideline. Let's see. The official was in no position to make the call. Little taunting on the sidelines by the Shiloh Christian player. That's a play, though, you've got to make a decision. When he got in the open field like that, your receiver's got to go deep.
Yeah.
You got to take it down.
I think he was actually pondering running there for a second.
Yeah, I think that might have been the right decision right there. They'll bring up second down. 2nd and 19 for the Mavs. Just starting the fourth quarter here.
That little sideline throw, it's just so hard to throw when you're on the run like that, but he made a good shot.
Going to throw the ball complete to Wilson Key. Gets across midfield up to the 47-yard line. Bring up third down, 3rd and about 3 for the Mavs. Key, big ball game tonight for the Mavs.
Big game.
Actually, they'll spot it. Looks like it'll be about 4 yards. They've got 3 on the scoreboard. I don't trust the scoreboard anymore.
No.
See what Southside wants to do here. Important drive for the Mavs. They'll have Joaquin Fox in the backfield. Going to come with the heat here if you're Shiloh. You got a nice one-on-one matchup here off the corner with Joke and Cannon. Going to throw the ball. It's going to be complete to Zimmerman. Actually drops the ball. I'm not sure he'd had the first down anyway.
It'd have been real close. He'd have had to fall forward for sure.
See what the Mavs want to do here. Still got the offense on the field.
Do that fancy snap thing where you get them to jump.
That might be what they're doing here because 5 yards is not going to hurt us one way or the other. Forsgren looks to the sideline to get the play call. Takes a snap. Got time to throw it. We'll throw it. It's going to be complete. That's Jaden Webb. Puts it back down on the inside of the 30-yard line down to the 28-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that guy's a heck of a receiver.
That's one play you'll definitely mark down. A good job of getting open. Webb's made some nice catches tonight. He had one on the Shiloh sideline earlier in the third quarter that was a nice play.
Well, that one right there, man, it was just a basketball position. He's got that big body, man. He just put it between him and the defender.
Going to come with some heat here as Forsgren wants to throw the ball, throw an inside pass. It's going to be luckily incomplete. It looked like the intended receiver, I believe that was maybe Larimore trying to get in there and looked like he maybe stopped his route off, and that's the kind you got to keep coming on that play.
Yeah, it looked kind of busted early.
2 key plays on this drive so far. Obviously, the third down pass completion to, actually the second down pass completion to Wilson Key when you had 2nd and 18, and then on 4th down, the big play to Jaden Webb. And 2nd down, 2nd and 10 for the Mavs. They're coming with the heat again. Forsgren's going to roll. He's got an open field if he wants to run. Gets away from the initial guy and will be hit and knocked out of bounds.
I'll tell you, the guy saved that play was Joaquin Fox, man. If he hadn't held his block just long enough, Blake was done.
I'll tell you, though, if he doesn't drop that football,
yeah,
he's
gone.
got a nice gain, yeah. I think he was really surprised at how open that field was. Again, third down from the Mavs, third down, 3rd and 8. We've got 10:24 to go here in the ball game. Big play here for the Mavs. You need 7 out of this. And I don't think you're quite in field goal range right here for Hernandez.
Be a long one.
Forrest going to watch the throw, throws it towards the end zone, going to be intercepted.
Joaquin, go and get him.
Going to cut it back, and he's going to take it to the house. We got a flag on the play. Let's see what that's going to be. This may be a big call here. We've got an injured Maverick on the play, and this may be coming back, might be in a block down the field. We've got an injured Maverick over there, and with that injury, let's go ahead and take a timeout. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Family, it's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
Family or yourself, Fort Smith Therapy is here to help your true self shine through.
Schedule your appointment today with Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness.
The story of our family business starts back in 1878 when our ancestors settled in Old Town Van Buren and set up shop. We have been providing quality work, craftsmanship with the finest materials available using time-honored and traditional methods. Providing quality service to the River Valley for 6 generations.
Welcome back to action. That was Nick Arnold, the injured Maverick, on the play. It'll be 1st and 10. They had a block in the back at the Southside 29-yard line, which will negate the interception return. Here's a handoff to Mason Griffin. Going to get a couple yards. Griffin Mason. I'm going to get that wrong.
That's okay.
I don't know what he's had, probably 25 carries at least tonight. It's kind of like that young man that played for Mountain Home they told me he had 44 carries.
Really?
Yeah. And that's kind of been the MO of the teams that have been able to move the ball on Southside. Again, Griffin Mason on the carry, gets it down to the 31-yard line. 3rd down, 3rd and 2 for the Saints. Going to do it again. He's going to be hit and dropped as he gets the 1st down inside the 30-yard line down to the 27-yard line.
Well, it's definitely not the most fun thing to watch, but, you know, it's hard to argue with logic. You can run it and get 4 yards a carry, you're going to do it.
Well, we've done a good job in the secondary, so, yeah, just keep doing it. Southside going to have to maybe try to come in with something to maybe stack that box up a bit. Bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 2. Goodness, Griffin Mason on the carry. Going to hand it off the left side to Mason. That's usually where they bring Eldridge into the ball game and let him run that corner with that speed.
Yeah, once they get close to the red zone.
And 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. We've got 8:51 to go here in the ball game. There's a handoff again. And he's going to find his way down, and let's see, he's going to get down to about the 5-yard line. 8-yard gain for Griffin Mason. Nico Pizzana there for Southside defense. And there's Griffin Mason again, and going to be hit and dropped after about, let's see where they won't spot the ball at. From our angle, it's kind of hard to see here. They'll spot it. Looks like at the 4-yard line, bring up Well, they're getting the first down.
That's where you need that bad snap right here, Keith.
You know, you need the job on the chain gang. They don't have to do anything.
That's right.
First and goal at the 2, and that's the big guy getting the ball that time. That big old number 71, that was kind of like bringing the fridge into the ball game. That is Hayden Carter on the carry. Actually, I believe that was 31. I'm sorry, that was 31 on the carry, ball on the carry. There's a handoff again, and let's see, didn't get in again. It's Hudson ball on the carry. Terrell, how tough is it on defense? I believe that's Don Parkinson down. How tough is it on defense when you're moving the football, then you have the turnover, you got to come right back on the field?
Oh, it's more mental than anything because you're already tired.
Family, it's bigger than bloodlines,
What is
stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about
It's just tough,
and
man.
care
It's
for,
like you just gotta
the
get out
folks
there
who
and
inspire us,
That's the big
guide
piece
us,
of it.
root for
Back
us.
out there and be ready
Family
to
means
body
finding
play,
common ground,
make
rolling
plays.
up our sleeves, and
One thing
making
that
our way
Southside will be able to do
side
in
by
this ball
side.
game is the job of defense. Really
Armstrong Bank.
plays,
Strength
different
runs
things
in our
go on.
family.
You gotta be
Between
pleased
life,
with that effort.
work,
You
and
got
family,
the line.
sometimes the person that you need to take care of the most is you.
At Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness, you're never alone. Through our counseling, we can help you regain control of your emotions, mental health, and life. We provide both face-to-face and virtual therapy services. Whether it's for your child, family, or yourself, Fort Smith Therapy is here to help your true self shine through.
Schedule your
hard to
appointment
do,
today
man.
with Fort Smith
Go
Therapy
under,
Health and
you're
Wellness.
at risk of getting your hand stepped on or whatever, and you go up tall, they got you beat. So it's a tough place to be when you're
Yeah,
this
and you got
close
those
to
big
goal line.
running backs. I don't have weights or anything on these kids. They got ball in there, and I think he's actually bigger.
Yeah, he's the biggest one I've seen.
Yeah, I think
so
he's
far.
bigger than Griffin Dunn. They gave him the ball again. He'll hit the line of scrimmage, and let's see, gets in the end zone for the touchdown. Hudson ball. He's listed as a running back defensive lineman.
He looks more like a defensive lineman, but he got that one in there.
Nice drive after the interception for the Saints. That's 14 points off turnovers tonight. They now lead for the first time in the ball game. Extra point up, and it's good.
Well, you got a little timeout chess match going on right here. It's one of those times when, you know, we always like that 21-play drive to polish off a good game, you know, but you definitely don't want to score too fast right here.
Well, you want to score. That's the problem with the Southside
gotta
offense in the
score.
second half. They really, offensively, penalties and turnovers have kind of been the story here in the second half for Southside. So, you know, it's time for they're going to have to step up here if Southside's going to have a chance to win this ball game. And, you know, defense, like I said, hats off to the defense. The defense really has come out here in the second half, and they played hard. You know, it's one of those games. You're playing a Shiloh team. I watched, like I said, I watched film of these guys, and they're ranked, I think, second in 6A, and that's why, because you see the things they do. Now, their quarterback, Bodenstein, he's kind of struggled here tonight, but, you know, they took Greenwood down to the wire 28-17, whipped what I thought was a very good Mountain Home team at Mountain Home last week. So you knew what you were getting into, and you knew it was one of those games, even at 20-3, you knew that there was going to be some fight in these guys, and you're seeing it right now. Southside needs something good to happen here offensively as they'll get a return here by Peyton Zimmerman. Zimmerman's going to get to the outside and about one step away from maybe breaking that. We'll get it up to the 34-yard line. That's where Southside will start this drive.
That's a good little head start right there. All right, Keith, I'm giving a shout out to Mike Duquette and Van Buren. I mean, I know they're our opponents, but we go way back. We went to Catholic school together and everything, so.
Well, we got them next week, and that's going to be a big game for Southside. I'll tell you what, it's getting down to crunch time for the Mavs.
Yes, sir.
Forsgren takes a snap. He wants to throw the ball. Will throw the ball. It's going to be incomplete. I'm not
Early
sure.
contact, yeah.
Receiver goes down on the play. Tried to get that to Peyton Zimmerman. Actually had Joaquin Fox out there, too.
Yeah, I've seen Joaquin on that wheel route come open 2 or 3 times in the second half, and I don't know. They've obviously been trying to get it to 16 and 15.
Yeah, you still got number 4 out there. He made a big
That's
catch
right.
here early in the second half. Maybe be looking for him somewhere down the field. And, of course, Joe Kincannon, you got him out there, too.
I just think Forsgren's getting rushed a little bit.
Going to try to take the ball deep down the field. It's going to be incomplete as the ball goes out of bounds. Again, that was Zimmerman, the intended receiver. That's what I've kind of noticed, too, though. The first 2 to 3 ball games, you had 4 or 5 receivers involved, and then it seemed like it kind of got down to more Zimmerman 2 weeks in a row. Now, they've done a little better job tonight, really, of kind of working that ball around, getting the Mason Key involved in it, along with Joe Kincannon, and also Jaden Webb.
Well, I think the key there is you just don't want to be looking at him. It's okay to want to go to him, throw a 50-50 ball and all that, but look off those defenders, especially that defensive backfield.
A strange defense. They actually had like 2 corners covering 1 receiver. Forsgren's got time. Will throw the ball incomplete, intended for Jaden Webb. Ball overthrown. Well, you need your defense to step up now. You're going to have a big defensive stand.
You're going to have to do it in a hurry, too, because they're going to keep it on the ground.
Jaden Webb be back to punt again, back deep. Again will be Dalton Carnes. Stands back at his 32-yard line. Webb waits on the snap. It's a low snap. He gets it.
Nice kick.
Yeah, he's done a great job tonight kicking the football. It's going to take a hop back the other way, and they'll spot the ball at the 43-yard line of Shiloh. That's where Shiloh will start this drive. We've got 7:03 to go here. Be the first time that Shiloh's had the ball with the lead.
It's all right. We just need no 1 turnovers.
Give credit to Shiloh. They've really kind of changed their offense. Bodenstein really was struggling passing the football, so what do? You just get the big backs in there and start running the football. But then that said, too, then the turnovers have also factored in along with the penalties. Going to hand the ball off to the outside. He's going to be hit, dropped. That's a good defensive play. I believe that was Maddox Perez who got a hand on him and slowed him down, along with Tamarian Johnson. Brings up second down, 2nd and 7.
Little shoestring tackle. Did you see who else was setting the edge over here, though? Peyton Zimmerman.
Bring up second down, 2nd and 7. Southside going to have to come maybe with some type of heat or something. Is going to hand off again, and he's got a nice hole. Will fight forward and
tackled by the official.
He's going to get a nice spot on the play. Well, it's just been a game where the Southside offense struggled here in the second half, and this Saint offense, you knew you were going to get going at some point. They got it going in the third quarter. Were helped by the big interception by Eldridge for the touchdown. In fact, would have had 2 touchdowns on interceptions. The other one was called back. There was Eldridge on the handoff, and he's going to take it to the house.
Speak of the devil. Yeah, we knew they could score in a hurry. I didn't expect to see it on the run, though.
I don't know. Eldridge is, hey, you start looking at his yards per carry, it's got to be 20 yards per carry.
I don't know if he's had anything less than 11 yards. 4 carries.
4 for 113, says Leland Barkley.
And then he's had a couple of catches.
Yeah, that's a pretty good weapon with him along with Griffin Mason.
Well, I think you said it best, thunder and lightning. That Mason, he's definitely got the thunder.
Well, one thing Southside has done better here in the ball game, I think, is at least with the exception of that play as far as giving, I mean, they've hit some hits for a few big plays, but for the most part, we've eliminated the big plays tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, and even the big ones, you were talking about this earlier, even the big plays they've gotten, you know, they didn't score on them. I mean, they got them down in the red zone a few times, but they weren't able to score on that big play. So
I'm kind of with you, Terrell. I'm watching the Southside bench. They're fascinated with that
it's a
replay.
That is a huge distraction. Now, the only thing I'll say is, like, when you're at home, it's like you got the big, you know, TV set up where you can kind of review film and all that stuff. And I think that's kind of what they're looking at, is just looking at the board because it's a bigger video screen. But
well, it's been a frustrating 2 weeks for Southside. Last week, you get the big 17-zip lead on the kickoff return to start the second half. You've got a 20-3 lead here to start the second half, and 28 straight points by the Saints have been the difference in the ball game. Turnovers and penalties have really hurt this Southside offense. And now you're obviously in a 2-minute mode here. You're going to have to go down and get a quick score and then obviously do an onside kick more than likely. So that's what good teams do, though. They make go into halftime, they make changes and come out and do things, and that's what you're seeing with the Saints team. And you know, there was just Southside really played great in the first half, but there's a lot of talent on that other side of the ball.
Oh, no question about it. Those gold helmets know how to win.
There's a pass up, going to be intercepted. It's Salter on the interception. Ball was tipped on the play. I think that might have been, no, that was Forsgren still in the ball game. Be 1st and 10 at the Southside 16-yard line. 5:43 to go here in the ball game.
Well, we know what we got to do. We know what we got to do in a hurry.
I think I know what they're going to do. They're going to hand the ball off. Yeah, you kind of knew that was coming. That's Griffin Mason on the carry. Going to fight his way down to about the 10-yard line. Brings up 2nd down, 2nd and 4 for the Saints. Tyrone Palmer going to check in for the Mavs. Maddox Perez there to make the play for the Southside defense.
Who was that? Sean Payton used to let them score so they get the ball back.
Well, we saw that last week in the Razorback game, and I'm not sure that was a good move by Coach Heupel for the fact that I don't think we have a field goal kicker.
Well, you know, he played at Oklahoma, so.
Well, the thing was I was laughing because the comment was made. He was the quarterback of Oklahoma 3 chins ago, and here's again a handoff up the middle for Griffin Mason.
I like that.
Be 3rd down, 3rd and 1, but it's got to be tough for this Southside team. They've had 3 ball games in a row where you can take about 4 or 5 things that they've done, and you say, boy, if you could have not done this. It's easy to say too when you're behind, but you know there's certain things you're saying. If we could do better at this, we win games. And obviously, I think the main concern for Southside going forward is second half. They've really struggled the second half the last 2 ball games.
You got to figure out a way to keep that ball longer.
And the next thing I try to find out is what the Shiloh coach said at halftime to his team. They've got a chance to put 35 points on here in the second half.
Yeah, they came out playing hard, for sure. I think it just kind of surprised us.
Well, it was one of those games you knew that you're going to have to take a punch at some point. But I think the key in the ball game was they came down, got the touchdown. The very next play, interception run for the touchdown. And then all at once, your 23 lead basically gone down to 3 points.
Yeah.
Bodenstein will hand it off again. He's going to run it up the middle, and Southside's still playing hard on defense. Griffin Mason on the carry. Southside's going to take a timeout here. Yeah, 3:42 to go here in the ball game. Tale of two halves.
It is.
Mr. King, that's about all you can say on this. Is
It's almost like watching two different ball games.
yeah,
You know?
Southside played almost a flawless first half, getting a big 20-3 lead. Here in the second half, it's been all Saints has
Family.
scored
It's
28
bigger than
unanswered points here in the second
bloodlines.
half.
Stronger than DNA.
Well, and I think
It's
what,
the circle we
3+2
draw
on turnover,
around the people
battle in the
that
first
matter.
half.
The people we care about and
up
care
losing
for.
that.
Well,
The
that's
folks
another
who
key,
inspire
too,
us,
is you got to
guide
look back
us,
too at
root for
points
us.
off turnover.
Yeah.
Family means finding
Not us
common
taking
ground,
advantage of their
rolling up our
turnovers, but we
sleeves,
really-
and making
I'm
our
not sure,
way
did we score on
side
that
by
first
side.
one? We got a field goal, I believe, on the first one,
Armstrong
yeah.
Bank.
So basically,
Strength runs in our
now it's
family.
14-3.
It's
Them
game
ball
day
on
at
the 1
Raising
yard line,
Cane's.
on the 2 yard
If you
line,
want to
so-
order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking?
3:42 to go here in the
We've
ball
got
game.
tailgates
That's a
of
really
hand-battered,
fast-paced ball
cooked-to-order
game.
chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable.
These really are kind of two gut-wrenching ball games for the Mavs week to week, and obviously we've got Van Buren next week, and that's going to be a real key ball game if we have any playoff aspirations. Going to do a shift here, strong left. Going to hand the ball off to guess who? Gets in the end zone for the touchdown. That's Griffin Mason for the touchdown. I want to give credit, too, to that guy that keeps turning out the lights, because when those lights went out that first time, I'm thinking they may not come back on.
Well, and one thing I'll say is when they did go off, at least it only took them about 5 minutes to come back on. That ain't what I remember growing up.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, they're going to see a lot of number 18 tonight if you're the Southside defense. It's had a really good ball game, Griffin Mason. Ball is down. The kick is into the net good. Now 38-20. That's 35 unanswered points.
Well, you got a minute and about 15 seconds to score a touchdown. And then you get another minute and 15 seconds to score another touchdown.
Well, that's 21 points off turnovers.
And then you get another minute and 15 seconds to score that final field goal to win it. 'Cause that's what's going to happen right here, Keith. We're going to win this thing.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers.
Every time I hear that,
One
I
love.
think I think about this month. I love the man. I think he does a great job for the Razorbacks, but there's nobody more positive than Rick Schaefer.
I love it.
Listen to him one night do a basketball game. We're down, and he names about 5 things we need to do to win this game, and I find out we're down by 7 points with 8 seconds on the clock.
Right.
And Southside, the key for Southside right now, though, is you're just going to have to answer some things. Come back here and, get some points and, feel good about, getting out of here. And just one of those games is a tale of two halves. Here's Zimmerman on the return. That's been another thing, too. Shiloh done a good job, really. Peyton Zimmerman hasn't been able to run one back yet.
Yeah, they're kind of running him into the coverage, and I've been thinking all night long, we're going to see him pop out of that scrum and get gone, but like you said, they've done a good job.
Southside had pretty good field position here. That was a nice return by Zimmerman. They'll spot the ball at the 34-yard line. We've got 3:34 to go here, and Terrell, you may have to repeat here in just a minute. You've got this all figured out math-wise as to the time and everything we've got to do this, and, starts right here.
That's it.
One play at a time. Going to be a quick pass out and going to be incomplete. It's kind of a struggle for Forsgren right now. He's kind of, and it gets hard too. I mean, you're not getting everything you want to happen and having the turnovers and stuff. But also give credit to this Shiloh defense. They have given Southside some different looks out there, and nobody goes. They're standing up, rushing, and quick pass going to be complete to Jaden Webb. Going to get up to about the 39-yard line. Bring up third down, 3rd and 5 for the Mavs. Bring up third down, 3rd and 5. 3 minutes exactly to go here in the ball game. Ball intercepted again. That was Xander Salter on the interception. Salter's one that we haven't called his name that much tonight, but
he's had a couple of real big plays though.
Yeah, he actually was one of their better receivers, but they really haven't gone to the running game.
Well, that math just got a little bit trickier for me.
Well, the thing is, you've got 35 points, but you really can't get on the defense. I think the defense has played their heart out here in the second half. They've done everything they could do, but they've just been on the field too long. It seems like we run 1 or 2 plays and then 4 turnovers here in the second half.
I mean, that plays so much into that too, keeping the defense on the field.
That's another thing you can kind of laugh here is they're getting on the linesman on this side for, I think should have been a face mask call on Jaden Webb on the previous series, and they're kind of giving it to him. But you can give him the business here because you're so close to the field.
Yes. Oh, he can hear it. Well, the thing that cracks me up about it is they know him by first name, apparently.
Bring up second down, 2nd and 5. We've got 2:27 to go here. I think the Saints will be just content to run it up, but you check Eldridge back in the ball game.
Yeah. All you got to do is hand it off.
Yeah, he's an explosion waiting to happen.
See if we can hold him inside 11 yards.
There it is right there. That'll hurt the average a little bit. That's Joe Kincannon up there making the play for the Mavs. Brings up third down, 3rd and 6. Yeah, the coaching staff going to have to figure out a few things here as they take on Van Buren next week. And, yeah, they've done a good job, and we always talk about this, Terrell, is getting off to a fast start. Well, you got that and everything, but you got to sustain it at some point. And, boy, here in the second half, and I'll kind of bring this point up, and going to fight his way down. That's Eldridge for the first down. But here in the second half, Southside, you know, they've only given up 3 points the last 2 weeks in the first half, and you've given up, 64 points in the second half the last 2 ball games.
2 games.
That being said, though, the defense has played hard tonight.
They ain't giving up. That's what I like to see.
And it's good to see the defense. They're getting after it, forcing them to, and to run the ball. And there's just been too many turnovers and too many penalties. And that's kind of been your difference in the ball game here in the second half. Here's Eldridge on the handoff again. He's going to cut it back inside, and Southside does a good job there. There is Ethan Dunn along with Tamaria Johnson. Tamaria Johnson's had a good ball game tonight.
I think he's had close to 10 tackles.
These linebackers for Southside really played solid the last 2 ball games with Dunn, Johnson, Jordan McDaniel. Don Parkinson on that one series was a man unleashed.
Holy terror.
Going to take victory formation here. Going to take the snap, and that'll be your ball game here as Bodenstein will take the snap. This will be the last play of the ball game. They'll go ahead and run the clock out here. Southside going to fall tonight 38-20. Again, going to be another disappointing loss for the Mavericks as they had a 20-3 lead here at halftime, and it was just a game of turnovers and penalties kind of bogged down the offense. But then again, too, give credit to this Saint team. We knew coming in that I believe they're, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they're ranked 2nd in the 6A. Yeah, and but nonetheless, Southside, we'll talk about this next week, that's 3 ball games in a row that they had chances to win the games. And you go back and you look at, as I said, football is a game of a web of different plays. It's not one play that one play at the time might seem like it cost you the ball game, but there's a lot of plays in this ball game that you look at and say, hey, if we can stop this, do this better, we got a chance. Well, a lot of film work Southside's going to have to do. They're now 0-3. They've had 3 ball games. Obviously, if they could have won, you could have been sitting here at least 2-1 for sure, but doesn't work out that way. Now you've got Van Buren, Russellville, the Greenwood Bulldogs, and you close at Siloam. So Southside's going to have to win at least 3 of the next 4 ball games to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's not going to be a whole lot of fun. I mean, you're just going to have to go out there and do what you can to play mistake-free football, you know, and kind of going back to something you were saying, you know, it's hard to look back and say this one play, you know, made the difference in the game, but the one play that I go back to, I mean, especially when you think about Blake, I mean, he came out, he threw 10 for 11, 206 yards in that first half. And then in the second half, didn't seem like he could really hit his spot anymore. And the one thing that I really go back to was he took a real big shot. I think he was pulling it, and he's going to take off and run. He kind of got slung around, landed on the football. And I think the very next play he threw an interception, and he had 2 after that. So, you know, you hate it for him, but it's almost like you kind of tell he got his bell rung, and that's it's a tough thing to play through.
Yeah, it is, and it was just a game of 2 halves, like we said. Southside a big 20-3 lead at halftime, 35 unanswered points for the Shiloh Christian Saints. Difference in the ball game, kind of similar to last week. Southside jumping out to a 17-zip lead to start the second half, and then giving up big plays. But I thought a difference in this ball game tonight, though, too, was the fact that on the defensive side of the ball, you gave up a lot of big plays against Lake Hamilton last week, but the Southside defense hung in there. They got 2 turnovers on downs, but it became a situation where you had the big running back, Griffin Mason, over there, and, you know, he's going to be tough to take down, and it was just one of those deals that it's also, you know, it's tough when you have the mistakes and the turnovers and stuff and expect your defense to come out and make plays, and you know, they did the best they could, but what I did like about the Southside defense was every time they got on the goal line, that team fought. They fought hard.
Let's not waste a chance to give a little bit of credit to the officials, too, because they really helped out tonight.
Yeah, they did. There was just there was some things in there that I definitely would agree with that I don't think were very good things that were going on there. But anyway, it's just one of those games. Southside kind of hit there at the bottom, and things didn't work out well for them. So, you know, you live to see another day. We still got 4 ball games left, so we'll see what Southside does. Again, next week we'll return to Jim Rowland Stadium and take on Van Buren. Terrell, final thoughts on tonight's ball game?
Well, it's a heartbreaker. I mean, I don't know if we're necessarily to the games where it must win, but you know you're approaching that point in the season real quick, and so you know you got to come out, you got to take care of business against Van Buren next week, and then you know Russellville that's going to be a ball game, and you know Greenwood. I mean, everybody thinks they know what to expect on that one, but you know I think you go out and you play hard like you did in this one. I mean, we saw what Shiloh did with Greenwood, so it's like you just got to come out and believe and do what you got to do, know what you're supposed to do, and go get it done.
My final thought in the ball game tonight is I think the Southside coaching staff doing a great job of getting these kids prepared. And us as coaches, we know this at any level, whether what sport it ever be, is putting kids in a position to make plays and to have chances to win ball games. The Southside coaching staff doing a great job of that, getting these kids ready to play. And I think they had a good game plan tonight, but it's one of those things where, I mean, you just got to make the plays, and we weren't able to make them there in the second half, and that was the difference in the ball game. Again, as Southside falls 38-20. Terrell, great job tonight. Appreciate having you up here, buddy. And
pleasure.
We'll do it again next Friday night. Remember, folks, next Friday night, Southside will return home as they'll take on the Van Buren Pointers at Jim Rowland Stadium. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. If you can't make the game, hope you can make the game and come and cheer these kids on, because I'll tell you what, they're playing some really good football and really playing hard, and you know, they could use the support. But if you can't make it, watch it on the Southside Maverick Sports Network. Again, we'll be at home next Friday night, 7 o'clock against Van Buren. Everybody have a great weekend, and go Mavs!